Hello everybody and welcome back to Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. You know what? Where's the settings? Sorry. This is a little loud. No, yeah. The Origins of Horus. Case 3. Let's play. I'm pretty sure this case was entirely rewritten. I'm sorry, Tyrion. There was so much that I wanted to tell you. So much that I wanted to show you. But I'm afraid I was never meant to walk this path with you. This world is bleak, merciless, and unforgiving. Don't let it extinguish the flickering flame I can see within you. Use my eyes. Peer beyond the divine gate just as I once did. Use it to build your own path to happiness. Case 3. The Origins of Horus. It sounds like horse. Nay, motherfucker. Preposterous. Completely and utterly preposterous. Oh, preposterous. Completely and utterly preposterous. Is something wrong, Von Sanctus? You filthy rat. You cheated, didn't you? That's it, isn't it? You're just a cheat. A cheat and a charlatan. Or charlatan. Lloyd Von Sanctus. Occupation, Duke. Age 45. The leader of House Von Sanctus. The weakest of the four pillar families. He stands at the head of the kingdom's commerce and international trade. I've met children who play chess better than him. Do you have any evidence to prove that claim? I mastered chess before you could crawl out of whatever rat hole you were born in. Do you honestly expect anyone to believe that you could defeat me? Honestly, I'm just as disappointed as you are. I expected more from a duke, but I guess all the gold in the world can't buy you a modicum of skill. You little upstart, I'll... Ahem. Von Sanctus's attendant silently tilted his head toward the spectators of the tournament. The crowd had fallen silent, save for a few aristocrats who were muttering among themselves. Some were even chuckling at the spectacle. Absolutely preposterous. He repeated it like a prayer as he stomped away from the tournament grounds. So, that was something? Did you have to be such a sore winner? Come on, that was hilarious. Embarrassing nobles like him is half the fun of these tournaments. Where's this confidence when you're in the courtroom? Steelwind is far less of a pushover. I wonder if she plays chess. Now there was an interesting thought. I'm going to challenge her next time we go out. You two have really been spending a lot of time together lately. What? Are you jealous? I just never expected you to get along so well with a noble. Especially when he tried to get you convicted of murder of your father. I mean, you've talked to her. She's not like most of those stuck-up heiresses. She really takes her job seriously. And maybe even more than you do? Just be careful around her. You've seen what the papers have been saying about her father. Hey, she's nothing like her father. Don't say things like that when she's around. Does he ever come up when you talk to each other? Nope, and you better not bring him up the next time we see her. She seemed oddly protective of the prosecutor. It was probably fine. Despite our differences, Steelwind was oddly fair when we were in the courtroom. Celeste spent most of her time protecting me, so I was glad she had someone she could spend her days off with. Anyways, we should celebrate. She was a pushover, but you just beat a duke! Do you want to head to that restaurant in Ratholm? What are you talking about? There are plenty of places we haven't tried before. I'll never return to Oranax with a chance to finally defeat the head of a pillar family. I really wanted to leave, especially before anyone in town recognized me. Do you remember that cafe we passed on the way to the tournament grounds? We should grab some lunch there. I wanted to object, but she had this way of making it impossible to say no to her. Alright, I guess there's no harm in staying a little longer. We retraced our steps back to the cafe. I looked at the sign hanging above it. Dark roasts and light magic. As we entered, we were struck by the powerful aroma of freshly baked pastries and coffee. The scent of bread and butter swirled around me, slowly washing away my reluctance to come here. So, you dare to enter the domain of Alabaster Siren. Whether you are seeking glory or oblivion, it's found you all the same. You stand before Mozarika Tudor, the Ashen Lord of Oranax. My childhood friend appeared before us, her posture firm and over the top as always. Chin syndrome. Hold on. Need to fucking blow my nose. Hold on. I literally got sick immediately after I tried to record. Wow, that's actually crazy. Mosarika was much older than me when I'd last seen her. Was much older than when I'd last seen her, but I could recognize that theatrical cadence anywhere. She clearly hadn't lost her flair for the dramatic. Her cloak somehow billowed with every exaggerated pose she snapped to. Mosarika Tudor. Occupation? Merchant. Age 19. My dramatic childhood friend. She's a commoner who was born a mage. Though Dracogan's patronage, through Dracogan's patronage, she was able to open up her own restaurant like she'd always dreamed about. I should have done more to keep in contact with her after I left. I'll have you know that my confections are not for the faint of... She froze up. She recognized me immediately. Tyrion? I winced as I rubbed the back of my neck. Hi, Rika. I knew it! It is you! Do you have any idea how worried we've all been? Do you two know each other? Right, sorry. Mosarika, this is my bodyguard, Celeste. Celeste, this is Mosarika. We kind of grew up together. She's actually a commoner mage like you. You used to live here? But you were in such a rush to leave. You came here to eat, right? Let me bring you some of our best dishes on the house. No, we couldn't possibly. Don't be like that! It's been years since I've seen you, and you know how good my cooking is. Okay, but only for a little bit. Also, a bit of warning. Celeste is kind of a glutton. Her stomach is basically bottomless. Hey! Oh, I'll accept that challenge. Rika set a table for the three of us before calling over a waiter. I ordered the Eggs Benedict! Eggs Benedict! Rika ordered the French toast. Enrica ordered the French toast. Celeste ordered the omelette, ham skillet, shaved steak, breakfast wrap, a stack of pancakes, and a stack of waffles, a chocolate crepe, I don't know if I can say that, I think it's crepe, And the avocado toast, because you wanted something light. I'm so sorry, Rika. I'll pay for your food. This is nothing. My cafe is dealt with far greater foes than this. Can I also get the Eggs Benedict and the French toast? Their food smells great. I'll pay for her. Thank you. Guess what? I'm a lawyer! A gem with a strange carving. Is it cursed? It's an attorney's runestone. It proves that I'm a certified attorney. It's fitted with artificery. I can use it to take pictures of evidence in crime scenes. I want one! You have to be an attorney to receive one. Tyrion, people use runestones for things other than practicing law. There was a shelf full of drinks, mugs, and sugar behind the restaurant counter. It must have been where Rika's employees prepared coffee to be served. Some kind of tarot card. The customers must have accidentally left it here. The magician. The magician is associated with the power of transformation and manifestation. And in its upright position, which is associated with its resourcefulness to harness one's inner potential, it often symbolizes a person who possesses great skill, creativity, and mastery over their craft. I never knew you knew about these things. Of course I do. The power of the magician is the power to shape reality through the power of will. Doesn't that remind you of someone? No, not really. Hey! This table looks really well made. You like it? I commissioned a local carpenter to have my tables custom made. What the fuck is it? There it is. It was probably worth it. They fit with the rustic vibe you've got going on here. Rika seems to have decorated the entire cafe with several plants and flowers. The green added a fresh and earthy look to the restaurant.
Arcanum.
Nothing. Okay. Your bodyguard really eats a lot. Celeste looked up from her plates, making eye contact with the two of us. She paused for a moment before going back to her meals. Oh my god. She's really good at her job. She must have been burning all those calories somehow. I heard you've been fighting the nobility. Is that why you need her? You know about that? The papers won't stop talking about you. I couldn't believe it when I saw your picture in the Oranax Post after all these years. I'm sorry. I'm just glad you're safe, Tyrion. Tyrion Cuthbert. Look at you! I never expected the Lightsworn Monarch to start wearing a suit. What's this Lightsworn Monarch I keep hearing? What's this Lightsworn Monarch I keep hearing about? That's the first time she's said that, Celeste. It's something I used to call myself when I was a kid. Wait, really? Aw, that's adorable. It pales in comparison to the Ashen Lord of Oranax. But just as I'd expect from my apprentice, You're practically famous now. Not even the headmaster of the Imperial Academy could stand against you. I once up being reminded about Redmond. I still didn't feel great about what happened. What's wrong? Theodore Redmond wasn't a bad person. He just made a terrible mistake. I'm not happy about indicting him. Oh. Are you the owner of this cafe, Rika? You always dreamed about opening one up when you were a kid. When we were kids. The source of my magic is the everlasting financial support of the Dracogan Trading Company. Its owner was rendered powerless when he tried confections. He had no choice but to fund my warpath. Dracogan Trading Company? I don't think I've heard of them. They're pretty small. They're only operating in Oranox right now. But I hear that they're planning to expand their operations throughout Wyvengard. I'm surprised the Duke of Commerce is letting that slide. Isn't he the guy who you beat in the chess tournament this morning? Wait, that was you? House von Sanctus is one of the 4 pillar families. They manage mercantile operations throughout Wyvengard. Why did it change to Celeste? What? House von Sanctus is one of the 4 pillar families. They manage mercantile operations throughout Wyvengard. So House Steelman controls the military and House von Sanctus controls the businesses? House Frege controls the banking houses and the exchange of currency. And House Sybil controls the judicial and legislative branches of our kingdom. Is it just me, or does the city look a lot cleaner than before? Oh right! You left before all those new merchants appeared. New merchants? Did they come from a merchant's guild? Not exactly. The Dracogan Trading Company was one of the first merchants that came. They bought some of the Arcane manufacturers a few years ago. They transformed it into the heart of artificer protection within Oranox. Other merchants felt the way of the wind and followed them here. Being based in a port city would definitely give them an edge. And Oranox is one of the few trading hubs that sends and receives experts from other kingdoms. I just looked at her, surprised. Hey, I'm a businesswoman! I know about economics! Their presence lit a flame in the city's economy. They aren't owned by the nobility, and they pay their employees a lot more than Von Sanctus does. It really opened a lot more opportunities for the people here. I doubt the Duke appreciates the competition, though. They're even talking about forming employee-run unions. Oh, the Duke definitely won't appreciate that. So, you still play chess? Yeah, I'm nationally ranked, too. I heard that some upstart commoner defeated Von Sanctus at the tournament this morning. I should have known it was a light-sworn monarch. Upstart commoner? Light-sworn monarch? Hey, do you still do that thing when you play? No. What thing? Nothing. She's not talking about anything. Wait, you're actually embarrassed about it? When we were kids, you did it even more than I did. What? What did he used to do? You don't want it. Why don't you show her, Tyrion? I refuse. Come on, show us, Tyrion. The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing from the 70s. I think I'm a little too old for this. I am insulted that you think age has anything to do with it. You'd need to feed it, Tyrion, lest your radiant light be smothered into a flickering ember. Do it, Tyrion! Yeah, do it, Tyrion! The two of them began chanting, drawing the attention of the other patrons in the cafe. I took in a deep breath. Those who stand in the shadows, those who fear the light of divinity. Your Imperials will fall and your armies will perish. Kneel and cower before the divine gaze of the Eye of Horus. I am Tyrion Cuthbert, Emperor of Light and the sworn enemy of darkness itself. They were trying really hard to contain their laughter. Well, that's why I don't do it anymore. No, that was great. It was really cool, Tyrion. Her poorly contained laughs puffed out between each word. And why are you laughing? You were just doing it a moment ago. Yeah, but she owns it. You used to say something else. What was it? Oh yeah. It doesn't matter who stands in my way. Man, king, or god? Yeah, that's it. He still says that sometimes. Well, it's been nice catching up with you, Rika. But I think it's time for us to get going. What? But we just got here. I'll let you go this time, Lightsworn Monarch. By partaking of the food within my realm, you've fallen under its curse. Curse? You are now bound to my domain for eternity. But I'm a benevolent lord. Your only charge as my servant is to write to me at least once a fortnight. How long is a fortnight again? 40 days. No, I'm dumb. Why did I say 40 days? Why did I say 40? I think I said 40 days because of a Bo Burnham song. Art is dead, because one of the lyrics is 40 fucking fortnights. 40 fucking fortnights. I think I got confused because of that. I conflated the 40 with a fortnight. 2 weeks. I'll stay in touch, Rika. No, I'll stay in touch, Rika. You better. Just don't disappear like last time. We left the cafe and made our way to the local merchants' guild to rent a carriage. The city streets seemed a bit more crowded than before. There must have been some kind of event going on. Hey, Tyrion? Yeah? She fidgeted with her hands and seemed unable to make eye contact with me. She looked like she wanted to say something, but she couldn't find the right words. Never mind, it's nothing. Okay. Excuse me. We made our way to the Merchants' Guild in silence. With each step we found the streets becoming more and more crowded. I really hoped that this traffic wouldn't interfere with the ride home. Hi, could we rent a carriage to travel to Rathlon? Sorry, but our travel outside the city is temporarily closed. What? Why? Haven't you heard? Steel Wind soldiers have locked down the city. They set up a blockade and everything. A chill ran up my spine. Isn't this one of the court themes? Why is it playing right now? What are you talking about? Oh, so this is entirely new. Check the city gates if you don't believe me. We arrived at the city gates, like the man said. There was the division of knights blockading the exit to the city. There's an entire legion of them. Their flags bore the colors of the King's Guard. What are they doing here? The King's Guard was a military force that responded to matters of national importance. They worked directly under Grand General Steelwind. The townsfolk kept their distance, but several aristocrats were making their objections known. This is outrageous. How long do you plan on keeping us here? Sorry, but we have our orders. Everybody's southern. Don't question it. Just go with it. Can't let anyone outside of the city until our investigation is complete. An investigation? We should keep our distance. I wouldn't want to. Oh, screw that! Before I knew what was going on, Celeste marched towards the night station there. Wait, Celeste! At least tell us what's going on. Why is the entire city being blockaded? Sorry, ma'am, we're not allowed to release that information. You'll just have to make other arrangements while we sort this out. Actually, I haven't seen you two around before. I'll need to take down your names and occupations for our records. What? Why? It's fine, Celeste. We're better off just cooperating with them. We needed to avoid any kind of conflict with them. I'm Tyrion Cuthbert. I'm a defense attorney. Fine. I'm Celeste McCoy, bodyguard. Oh. He suddenly recognized us. Our reputation did more harm than good most of the time. I looked over to the other knights. They seemed to be taking notes of the people here too. They seemed to be compiling a list of everyone inside the city, but for what? Obtained evidence! King's Guard blockade. The King's Guard have set up a blockade and prevented anyone from traveling in or out of Orinox. They seem to be making notes of everyone in the city. I have an important engagement tomorrow. What am I supposed to do now? That can't possibly be legal. The Ministry of Justice will be hearing of this. That was more British and Southern. I don't give a shit. The nobles continued shouting at the knights. It was clear they wouldn't be budging anytime soon. As soon as the knights were finished speaking to us, I quickly backed away. Celeste followed closely behind me. Tyrion, wait! She said that, but it took very little effort for her to keep pace with me. My breathing was getting faster, and my head was aching. Scaled Lord, it's happening here. What? It's exactly like what's been happening in the countryside. Mutual Steelwind sent his men to keep the peace here. Oh, that's why you're so freaked out. How are you so calm right now? I'd probably win if they tried to attack us. Well, I'm not some super warrior who can fight a legion of knights by myself. Tyrion, relax. They said that they're just investigating something. There are no riots going on here, and we're in the heart of the Dukes of Commerce's territory. Do you seriously think that Fong Sanctus would let another Pillar family march onto his land and kill his people? Yes, because that man's a dumb fucking moron. She had a point, but this uneasiness wasn't going away. It'll be fine. Let's just find a place to stay the night and wait for all this to blow over. You're gonna do that same joke as in the original version. God damn it. We walked to a nearby tavern and found it absolutely crowded with patrons. Everyone else had the same idea. Welcome to the Egwind Tavern. I don't fucking know. What can I do for you? Could we get 2 rooms for the night? Sorry, we're fully booked with a blockade and all. Wait, let me take care of this. Celeste took out a large pouch of gold and dropped it on the innkeeper's desk. Well, would you look at that? One of our rooms just opened up. Only one? The entire city is locked down. Even with this gratuity, that's the best I can do for you. What? And there's your room with me, Tyrion? No, I briefly glanced at the innkeeper. He chuckled at my reaction. Fine, let's just go. We walked into the room they had prepared for us. I don't like how they didn't just You could have at least drawn a different room. You didn't have to use Celeste's room again. There was one bed. Are we really doing this trope? So, how should we... Oh, I was just kidding before. You can have the bed, I'll just sleep on the floor. What? I can't just let you. Please, we're both commoners, but you live a cushy life in the city. I'm a mercenary. I've lived on the road for years. I've slept like this plenty of times. I couldn't argue against that, but I still felt uneasy. Alright, just let me know if you change your mind. Yeah. I let myself fall into the bed. Celeste started checking the room for anything suspicious. I tried to relax. Belucio Stillwind was in my hometown. I just took deep breaths. Celeste was right. The Grand General wasn't insane enough to try anything in the heart of Lloyd Von Sanctus's territory. I really hope that was true. We had an arrangement. What are you doing? We had an arrangement. What are you doing? I don't know. I guess I'm just going back to my old job, my actual job. You little rat, you think you get away with crossing me? You've already come this far, far from blameless. Now get back to the office and activate the device. I don't fucking know what's going on. I'll stop with the silly voices. I thought you wanted me to rob the place. What's so special about this thing? And why the office? How about I activate it right now? Do not do that? I knew it. There's been something more to these jobs, ain't it? This isn't just robbery. You're using me for something else. As if you ever cared. I know about your debts. You need me! You know what? I'm done with this. I quit. What do you think this is? Meow. Got cotton in yours or something? I said I quit. Consider this my resignation. Wait, stop! What? Damn it all. Violetta. What? That's literally just an Ace Attorney character. That's literally just an Ace Attorney character. Violetta, get out of there now. I forgot the voice I used for Furio Tigre. As the night went on, I found myself falling into a terrible nightmare. How long had I been walking through this forest? It had probably been days at this point. I was getting tired. But I had to get to Rathel. I had to find Miss Timora again. I needed to find her. I needed her to teach me. I needed revenge. I really needed some food. I'd already gone through all the dried fish that I'd packed for that journey. The compass told me I was still heading west, but I didn't realize how long it would take to get to Ratholm on foot. I suddenly heard the sound of a distant carriage coming from behind me. It wasn't long before the cart passed by me. The carriage driver glanced at me before doing a double-take and yanking at the reins. Hey, what are you doing all the way out here? I said nothing. I just stared blankly at him. Are you okay? Where are your parents? They're gone. The man scratched his head and scanned the surrounding forest. I need to go to Ratholm. I need to find Ruby Timora. Wait, that criminal lawyer? She's my family's lawyer. Oh, I'm going to be passing by Ratholm. You should probably come with me. We can get you to the City Watch. They probably know how to help a kid like you. I wasn't interested in meeting more knights, but at this rate, I was going to starve. Without a word, I climbed into the back of his carriage. Kid looks like he's half dead. I was startled awake. My face was covered in sweat. It took me a while before I realized that it had just been a nightmare. I rubbed my eyes. There were dried tears crusted into them. Damn it all. It had been a long time since I'd stopped having those nightmares. Being in the city was digging up memories that I'd moved on from. All the more reason to leave as soon as possible. Celeste, were you up? Huh? She had been wistfully staring outside the tavern window, but her body twitched the moment I called out to her. Are you okay? Yeah! You just startled me. He wasn't awake, was he? There was clearly something else, but she didn't seem keen on sharing. Do you know if the city is still on lockdown? I haven't checked yet. I was waiting for you. It's raining. We arrived at the city gates. It was still being blocked by the King's Guard. If anything, it looked like they doubled the number of knights there. I really didn't like where this was going. Do you want to head to the cafe again? Yeah, we'll just have to wait this out. And just as we turned, we saw Rika running toward us from a block away. Tyrion! She broke out into a sprint, nearly tripped over as she slipped on the wet city streets. She looked exhausted, and her clothes were drenched. She'd been out in the rain for a while. Tyrion, it's terrible! There was an accident at the Arcane refinery last night. One of my friends who worked there, he fell into a vat of chemicals. He's dead. Oh, Rika, I'm so sorry. If there's anything I can do... The Duke is blaming the Jacogan Trading Company. He's trying to charge the owner with criminal negligence. As the lord of this region, it was House Von Sanctus' responsibility to carry out the law. But the Duke was obviously just taking this opportunity to attack one of his rivals. Tyrion, you're a famous lawyer, right? Can you help them? I don't think I can. What? But... Rika, I specialize in homicides. Most of my clients are mages who have been charged with murder. Most of your clients. You've had 2 clients, Tyrion. There isn't any magic involved in what happened. There isn't even a killer. That's not true. I saw it happen. I didn't see who did it, but I saw someone cast a spell at him. It pushed him into the vat. What? Excuse me? How sure of you are this? I don't know. It all happened really fast. I took a deep breath. Even she didn't seem that sure of what she saw. Do you know what kind of spell it was? I don't know, but it was powerful enough to break everything around it. That definitely sounded too distinct. She must have seen something. Okay, I'll head to the refinery and see what I can do. Really? But don't get your hopes up. I don't have a lot of information to work with. That's fine, I'll let Jacogan know that you're on your way. This week was just getting worse by the minute. Oh, well, that's the end of this part, I guess. It's kind of short, not gonna lie. But, yeah. I guess I'll be seeing you all next time. Bye-bye!